What is going on, guys? It is WrestleGamia here, back with another video. Well, finally, here's some good news. With the world seemingly falling apart around us, it's great to hear that 2K appears to be listening to their fanbase, as they've recently posted a number of threads over their official forums asking the same question. What do you fans want to see in the next WWE game? These sticky threads have been labelled WWE 2K22 Feedback Project, with the admins posting reading, "We want to hear from you." We've created this thread so that you can provide us with your wish list of the top 3 requests of things you'd like to see added or changed in the game. Unsurprisingly, there have been a lot of responses for us to break down, so with that said, be sure to subscribe and click on that notification bell, because today we're going to look at some popular game modes we could see in 2K22. Number 1. GM mode. This one seems to be almost universal amongst the forum users. Based on many of the responses, it's clear that they want to see General Manager mode finally make its triumphant return. Obviously, there is still an appetite for this feature, and so it's unsurprising that 2K haven't brought it back yet, but with them now taking the time to listen to direct fan feedback, we can only hope that 2K22 will be the moment where it happens. This is especially relevant now as the brand extension has been revived in recent years, and while on-screen authority figures aren't used as much in previous generations, it still gives the perfect excuse to return brand warfare to the series. We're putting the chances of this one returning as very likely. Number 2. Up-to-date rosters. Another popular choice amongst 2K forum users when asked about what they would like to see in the next WWE game is the ability to consistently make sure rosters are up to date. This is a frequent problem with the series and is something we've detailed in previous videos, with a number of gimmicks, looks, and even performers inevitably being out of date by the time each game is released. Some fans have suggested these updates be available throughout the course of the year, similar to how the NBA series does things. That franchise, also published by 2K, is able to add things such as new hairstyles, tattoos, and additional players through online updates, so there's really no reason why they shouldn't be able to do this for a WWE game too. Is this one likely to happen? Well, normally we'd say no, as it gives gamers less incentive to buy the next year's title, but 2K really need to do everything they can to entice fans back at this time, so we'll cautiously say it's likely. Number 3. Missing match types. Another one that fans seem to be clamoring for is the return of some lost match types and even the addition of some new ones, which have been notably missing from the WWE 2K series over the years. Special guest referee matches are one that comes up again and again. As well as this, many are asking for the return or the introduction of 3 stages of Hell, Buried Alive, King of the Ring, Intergender, Beat the Clock, and War Games match types, just to name a few. Given how open 2K seem to be here trying both new and old things again, we're gonna say that this one is almost a certainty. Number 4. More blood. Blood has been a controversial subject in WWE since the advent of the PG era, when Vince McMahon mandated it be completely banned on television, save for a few exceptional circumstances. Though this rule seems to have loosened somewhere in recent years, fans are still conflicted about the use of blood in wrestling, with some saying that it's unnecessary, especially given what we know now about bloodborne diseases such as hepatitis or HIV, and others arguing that when used sparingly and safely, it can be a powerful storytelling tool. WWE games in the past had used blood to full effect with things like first blood matches and certain points even featuring realistic blood physics, especially when they draped onto the map below. Yeah, it disappeared after about 2 seconds, but we still got it. Unfortunately, we can't see anything that dramatic returning to the series, as the company is still technically putting out a PG product, and it might go against the image they want to present to the world and to its investors. We think any increased blood usage is unlikely. They'll keep the same physics in they've always done. Number 5. Increased focus on creation suites. While the creation suite has often been one of the best parts of any WWE game, usually offering a wealth of in-depth options, there's always room for improvement, and that's what some fans want to see in the next installment of the series. These fans have argued that there hasn't been a lot of innovation made to the creation modes in recent years, and that it's past time for new features to be added or even revived, such as Creator Arena, Creator Shows Graphics, Creator Finisher, and Creator Story. Personally, we'd love to see at least some, if not all of these make a return. Though it's far from the most in-demand thing fans have been suggesting, there's a definite undercurrent that people want to see some freshening up of the game's creation modes, so we're hopeful there will be additions to this one. Number 6. A revamped story mode. While many gamers want to see the return of General Manager mode, there's an equal thirst for the return of the wonderful story modes of older WWE games, such as can be found in SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. These were often the most fun things about these titles and added a lot of the replayability to them. In recent years, they've been removed from more generic universe or showcase modes. Well, fans seem to think now would be the perfect time for 2K to bring the wacky story modes of yesteryear, something that includes branching paths, crazy supernatural moments, and just interesting writing in general, because God knows we're not getting anything like that on WWE television at the moment. Given how popular a choice this is, we think this one is very likely. And number 7, Spotify music integration. One last desired feature that at least one fan has mentioned is the ability to sync up the next WWE game to your Spotify account so that this music could be used in community creations. This of course depends on a lot of how licensing and musicians' contracts are laid out. It certainly would be nice even if it meant we could only get access to official WWE music available on Spotify, so we could use things like older theme songs, but something tells us this one is highly unlikely. We still hope that music could be streamed from the console itself. But there you have it guys, some popular game modes fans want 2K to bring back in 2K22. Be sure to leave your comments down below on what you would like to see in the new game. Subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling video game content.